Escape of the Bride, Decode 14. The dedication begins. Welcome back, family. Today we're going to be discussing all the signs in the heavens for MAZZAROTH Hanukkah, January 13th through January 20th, 2026. Actually, it begins at sunset on the 12th. So for those of you who are looking at all the details of the signs, we begin our day at sunset the previous night. And so the festival actually begins at sunset on the 12th. So let's dig into all of these signs that are coming up beginning on the 13th. Our first sign here is on the 13th, and this is asteroid Anestrota, and its meridian right before it makes its alignment with the fish head. And so we can see that here, and then we'll actually look at the alignment. We'll get that pulled up. Okay, so we can see here we are lined up with fish head. This is assigned to Pisces. And if you've been following along for a while, then you know that there's two bands of fish, and the western fish is, I'm sorry, the eastern fish. I always do this. The eastern fish is headed back into the water stream of Aquarius, and then it ends up going below the ecliptic back into the waters with Cetus, the beast from the sea. This is the sea dragon Cetus, who holds the bands of Pisces. So this is a sign to those fish. We can call these the sleeping church. This can also be a sign to those Israelites who have not accepted Christ, because we are two bands together. Many want to put their focus on the tribe of Judah, but that's only one of the 12 tribes. And so we are also speaking to the tribe of Judah and their misunderstanding of the scriptures, and how the majority of that tribe does not accept Messiah as their salvation. So we're seeing that sign here with Anestrota. Let's dig into the codes. I have so many on this. It's gonna it's gonna take a while to go through all these because we've got a lot for this breakdown. So this is asteroid Anestrota aligning with, I have it here as the western fish, so I messed up. It's the eastern fish in Pisces, and asteroid Anestrota equals bottomless pit. I'm a lion hunting the cabal, okay? See cabal be sinking in quicksand. Insurrection, Metatron's cube, Last Supper, put God first, the son of perdition. Last days, Babylon is fallen. Symbol of Lambda. Month of regeneration. Blood moon ritual. Ritual sacrifices. Divine revelation. January 12th. Enoch doth Hermes. In the cloud the Lord, and Mark the Phoenix. So I want everybody to remember that one, the Mark the Phoenix. Let's go ahead and move on to our next sign. And we're going to try to move through these as fast as possible because there are so many in the mix. This one was very, very powerful. To me, um, it just screamed at me. This is asteroid Harmonia. This is again on the 13th, the very beginning of the day. Asteroid Harmonia aligns with the bride Castor in the Gemini constellation. So let's dig into these codes. We've got Harmonia. This asteroid equals trump card. Teleportation, being the holiest bride. It, the hidden bride's name. It is healing of disease. I, the real bride of the God. Is fact being me, God's bride. It, the bride I God chose, Kay. Mary Magdalene hid. Time, times, half a time. World War III. Financial crash now. January 6th. Lord of the Rings. We are the storm. I'm defeating the elites. A gladiator is fighting. The highest timeline. Yeshua loves me. The way of water and 1,000 years. Okay, that's Harmonia. Now we're looking for Biela. And this is Asteroid Biela. And Biela. I think what we're looking at, I'm going to have to go to the codes. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so this is might be closer right here. Nope. Okay, so we're looking at the alignment of Biela with the messenger, Mercury, here under the wing of Sagittarius. And we can see that alignment here. And this is asteroid Biela. It equals high priest. Open sesame. Golden gate falls. Archangel Michael Ophiuchus. Gematria codes, golden ratio. The end is here. I hearing God's angel. I, God, claim an earth, kingdom of God, grand rising, the garment, ladder of light code. Apocalypsis. See, God is shaming a cabal, a malignant global cabal, king, imam, Mahdi, false king, archon, earth, meaning of comet. Very powerful codes. And this is asteroid Biela aligning with the messenger Mercury underneath the wing of the white horse rider in the constellation Sagittarius. Okay, now we're going to Apollonia. Oh, wrong one. Okay, now what we're looking at is we can see here the constellation of Scorpius. And we can see how Apollonia has just entered into the Scorpio constellation. It's just entering. And we have asteroid Apollonia equals Thomas A. Anderson, Antichrist Kingdom, Transhuman, Church of Satan, Dark Days. Again, this one equals Enoch Thoth Hermes, Satan's horns, sarcophagus, Babylon decoded. The world is a stage. Meet me in the chambers. Creator of Anunnaki, I am defeating all the demons, and the Word became flesh, Yeshua the Messiah. Jesus is Savior, Operation Repo, and Apollyon Rising. January 14th, Apollonia enters the Scorpion. Okay, next, we're not. Also, I wanted to point out when Apollonia is making its entry into the Scorpion, we see the moon aligned with the Scorpion right here in the claw section or the beginning of the key. And this we've talked about in the MAZZAROTH. This Scorpion constellation has also been shown as a key in ancient times. It was a key with its tail entering into the Golden Gate, or they can call it the Golden Door. And Scorpio and Ophiuchus work together as a completed sign, and essentially it's all connected to the marriage and the entry into the Father's house, and that this Scorpius was a secret key. And so we have the moon aligned with the Scorpius constellation or the key, and we have Apollonia entering into the Scorpion. And we're going to jump on we're going to jump on this sign. This is Comet Atlas C2025K1. And unfortunately, we're not going to take the time to show this. I'm going to have to do it in a different way because of what's been going on with my computer. But this is a very important sign because it has made its next alignment with Andromeda. This is January the 14th, day 2. C2025 K1 aligns with the chained woman Andromeda. This comet equals Dragon Ball, the book, Radians, the One, Arisen, All Rise, Yahweh Chiron, Black Death, Freebird Armageddon, Angel of Grace, Hanukkah, Dedication, Angel Man Shofar, Philadelphia, Messian, and Vesta. Very, very, very powerful codes. I didn't want to miss it, even though I don't have it pulled up. I wanted to make sure we got it in the codes. Very important sign. It's pointing us to Hanukkah, and it's pointing us to the dedication. And we're right smack dab about to see all of these things go down from the heavenly perspective. We're strictly looking at the MAZZAROTH calendar, and we're making our counts for the days of the dedication and all of the other important days that are involved in the different festivals and ceremonies. And we're able to do that using the MAZZAROTH calendar. And January 12th is the 24th day of the 9th month on the Exodus count, which is how we're getting all of our days. All we do is we flip the calendar 180 degrees, and that aligns with the beginning on 421 and then allows us to make our day counts from there. So, if you're wondering about the days and the calendar, then you can go to my series I'm starting called MAZZAROTH Calendar Decoded, and that will help you follow along with how we've gotten to this understanding of the different day counts. So now we're going to move to the 15th, and we're going to go to Comet Biela. This is January the 15th. We're not going, this is another one we're not going to be showing. We're just going to get to the codes. If you have Stellarium, you can pull this up for January 15th. It's going to align with the moon in the Hoopah of Ophiuchus. So this is a great sign in Ophiuchus, the marriage Hoopah. Comet Biela equals Harpazo, bride of God, dedication, the door, remnant, Philadelphia. Churches, get ready. Matrix, fire of God, crucify, shroud, Armageddon, blackout, left behind, Anunnaki, the flood, and Aleph Tav. Again, all of these codes are pointing us to the Hanukkah dedication. And it's unmistakable language, family. You can't make any of this stuff up. Again, I'm going to pull these up on the Sky Live and I'll take screenshots uh, with my phone, and I'll have to do it that way and post them in the community so you can see these alignments. Now we're going to MAZZAROTH, and this is an awesome alignment. Let's go ahead and move forward. And let's go to the codes. And then we can go back here and we can see one of the great signs that I'm looking at right now is if you pull back the sun and you look at the rays of the sun or the brightness of the sun, um, we're watching how all of these wedding guests are making a close approach to this brightness of the sun. You can see that Mercury's almost in. We have MAZZAROTH here that's right next to the sun. And on the 15th, it makes its exact alignment. We can see that here. And so we wanted to show you the 14th, 15th, and we can see that it's a perfect alignment with the sun right here on the 15th at the end of the day. So let's get to these codes. This is asteroid MAZZAROTH equals the crystal ship is being filled, is able to hear voice a God. The love of God is free. 1,000 years of peace. The house of the rising sun. Jupiter sign. Remnant of God, JC rise. Can you break the Gematria code? Total solar eclipse. Golden ratio measure. Line of Judah, golden era. The Son of Man revealed, the door of all doors. Only begotten Son. Blood sacrifice ritual. Aquarian water urn. Broken mind control. The master hacker of minds. Again, this is asteroid MAZZAROTH aligning with the bridegroom, the sun in Sagittarius constellation. And we can see here that all of the guests are rising here underneath the wing still of Sagittarius. So we can go back and we can see it lined up here. Everybody is lining up, and this is part of the coming together of all of the wedding guests. And so we're watching that transition through this heavenly Hanukkah. Okay, next is Jacobson. This is asteroid Jacobson. And we can see here that asteroid Jacobson on the 15th. Just keep your eye on the location of where Jacobson is. And it was past this line. And so we're looking at Jacobson entering into the Sagittarius constellation. Remember how I was telling you we're still waiting on some of the wedding guests? Well, now Jacob's sun has entered into Sagittarius. This is entering into the White Horse Rider constellation and also the father's house for the wedding. Asteroid Jacobson equals here's the birth code KJC. I God true story. I name equals Yeshua. C I God JC defeating Satan. Dot out box Saturn time matrix. Eclipse unveiled. World War III. Mary Magdalene hint. Decode I love you, baby. The shape of water, the way of water, Lord of the Rings. We are the storm. Decode the sun's rays. Taken up. She's so excited. The final judgment. Pluto trine Saturn. And Yeshua loves me. I don't make these up. This is Jacobson entering into the Father's house. And you can see that it's right in the Golden Gate. And directly below Jacobson is the bride in the marriage chuppah between the legs of Ophiuchus, getting ready to transit across the Golden Gate. And you can see that here just below Jacobson. Next, we are going to Gloria. It's glorious. Okay, we're watching Gloria. And let's get it a little closer, get it right up. Okay, we are looking at Gloria aligning with the White Horse Rider. This is also the wing section. So this is Gloria aligning with the wing of Sagittarius. And this can be a sign of flight. And this can also be the exit of the tabernacle or the Father's house. And they all have to go in and out of the Father's house into the section underneath his wing for protection for the gathering for the wedding. And this is the actual final ceremony, or what we are calling the dedication, because of the signs we're seeing during these days. So let's look at Gloria. This is asteroid Gloria equals glorious. The promised land. We're coming home. See you soon. The magnified door. Aliens are fallen angels. Stars of heaven. Battle of Armageddon. Christ's blood. Alpha and Omega. King of kings. April Fool's Day. Save the children, the Aquarius age, Michael the Archangel, year of the snake, kings of the Nephilim, 11th hour, Lock all demons in hell, God. Jesus died for me and the golden ratio. Multiple of these codes are talking about the golden ratio. And we've talked about that in this channel. I don't want to go into the details now, but if you want to look that up and how it's connected to creation, it's very important. So we're looking at Gloria aligning with the tabernacle, the white horse rider, and the wing of Sagittarius. Now we're going to Davida. Okay, we have asteroid Davida. And we're looking at asteroid Davida making its alignment here with the Leo constellation, marking out the lion of the tribe of Judah, David, the lion. Let's dig into these codes. Asteroid Davida, January the 15th, aligns with the line of Judah Leo. Asteroid Davida equals the rapture. The bird is freed. 153101. Matrix code patterns, open portal. United Harpazo. Freeing slaves, trumpets, father chariot. The lamb coming prophecy. Esther, first fruit. My Mary Magdalene, Scorpio and Taurus, seventh angel, the pale horse, ruler of Hades, and the outer space alien deception. January 15th, asteroid Davida aligning with the Leo constellation. Now we're going to Carpenter. I don't make these up. And none of them. Look at this family. This is as good as it gets right here. We're looking at asteroid Carpenter directly making its alignment with Iota Ceti, which is a very important star in the Thetis constellation. This is the sea dragon, and the carpenter has the dragon by the tail. You cannot tell me that these alignments aren't made for exactly what we're doing. This is the Bible in the stars. And these stars are screaming at us. These asteroids, comets, stars, planets, and all of the constellations are literally screaming at us to look up. This is a powerful, powerful sign. Let's look at these codes. This is Iota Ceti in the Cetus constellation. Asteroid Carpenter equals Order of Illuminati. Zodiac sign, the end of days. Number of a man, Barack Obama. Cabal Lord, number of a man. The perfect storm. Decode Jesus' arrival. Return of the King, the beginning of the end. The seventh seal is What a time to be alive. Mary Magdalene revealed, I will live in heaven. Sophia is the queen. The Anunnaki Kenites. The two towers. A Anunnaki reptilian. A ancient Babylon. And CERN stands up. Okay, family. This is a powerful sign, and I can't really emphasize this enough. When I saw this, it was just powerful. And this is right literally in the middle. This is the 15th at 7:20 a.m. Pacific time. So you're looking at the end of the day on the 15th. It's right in transition to day 4 or the middle of Hanukkah, and we're looking at the carpenter grabbing the sea serpent by the tail. Incredible. Now let's go to Kennedy. And we're looking at Kennedy. And this, let's just look at the location of Kennedy. And now we know Kennedy is inside Sagittarius constellation. I believe. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. This was on Meridian. And we can see Kennedy is inside. So let's pull that back up. And I believe we're looking at this sign here on the 15th with Kennedy and the moon. Right at the end of the day, we're looking at the moon and Kennedy here in the tabernacle right before the 16th. So let's look at Kennedy. And asteroid Kennedy on the 15th enters the White Horse Rider. Another one of the asteroids that we're waiting for to enter the Father's house. Asteroid Kennedy equals door of all doors. Phoenix of the cleansing fire. Morse code rapture. Separating souls. Interdimensional portal. The great awakening. The bride of Christ. The Shabbat rapture. Chosen messenger. The holy bride of me God. Here comes the boom. Regal magnificence of the triple eight. Curse of the blood moon. Sign of the times. Yeshua is life. Feathered serpent. Quest for God's ark. Armageddon serpent trap. Genesis 6:3. And this is the big one. Okay, family, another very important asteroid that is now in the Father's house, and we can see here on the 16th that it is like welcoming the moon into the Father's tabernacle. We can see that here in the heavens. They're both in the Golden Gate, and it's like they're crossing the threshold to come into the Father's house. Now we're going to go to Halley. This is asteroid Halley, another one aligning with the lion of the tribe of Judah. This is Halley on the 16th, the fourth day, right in the middle of Hanukkah. Let's dig into the codes for Halley. This is asteroid Halley equals urgent message, encoded symbols, infernal symbol, rings of Saturn, infinity loop, Hopi prophecy, Decode leader of the Illuminati. Obama is the pale horse rider. I am the angel of death, the Antichrist. Break the matrix code, Omega cosmology. Lions of Israel, behold the Lamb of God. I am the chosen one, 144. Ace eyes, wow, eagle. Queen of hearts, restoration. Comet, ping pong, be ready, stay calm, and false flag event. Asteroid Halley, another sign in the Leo constellation in the middle of MAZZAROTH Hanukkah. Okay, now we're going to Pallas. Asteroid Pallas, aligning with the water bearer. This is 116. Asteroid Pallas, aligning with the water bearer. Asteroid Pallas equals Hadassah. Hanukkah reading. Rapture ready. Magdalene confirmation. A Bible revelation. God's grace on earth. King of the Jews. The Son is coming. The lost sheep. Messenger of God. Snow on the beach, Wrath of the Lamb, expose Barack Obama, Illuminati agenda, Lake of Fire, Serpent Gods, Agents of Satan, Dragon Spaceship, Giants on Earth, Asteroid Palace, January 16th, 2026, Day 4, MAZZAROTH Hanukkah. Okay, we're going to another one that's super important. This is asteroid Metis. As you all know, Metis equals wedding. By itself, the codes are wedding for asteroid Metis. And we are looking at let's go ahead and grab the codes. And it's saying with the bride under the wing. So we're looking at this alignment here of Metis and the bride under the wing of Sagittarius on the 17th. And we can see how all of these planetary bodies are aligned in the Sagittarius constellation. And now we're looking at the moon and Metis aligning under the wing Let's dig into the codes for Metis. Asteroid Metis equals Christ, the Lamb of God, the Good Shepherd, Spirit of Enoch. Message from the King, Song of Solomon, the Lotus. Morpheus, Great Global Reset, United States, Four Horsemen. Peace from the Sea. I am opening the seals, okay? I'm pilot of the plane, 127. The stage is set. Eyes of the Lord, the biblical Messiah. Midnight Riders Ride, and Star of Bethlehem. That's January 17th. The wedding and the bride. Okay, now we're going to Dembowska. Again, these are all wedding guests that we've been waiting for. And this is one of the most important ones. This is Dembowska aligning with the inner temple. This is essentially where the Holy of Holies is, if we're looking at this as the tabernacle. He's in the very back section, which is essentially the Holy of Holies. This is the alignment with the inner sanctuary of the tabernacle. And only Dembowska. Let's go ahead and take a real quick look at this. If we back this up, we can see that the moon is here on the 17th, right above Dembowska, and the moon transitions through the inner sanctuary also. But I haven't noticed any other. You can see here, let's just pull it back. I haven't seen any other asteroid transition through this part. Let's watch this moon transition. So the moon enters into the inner sanctuary here, and then is right above Dembowska, and then transitions out here. But only Dembowska and the moon come through this inner sanctuary. So I wanted to point that out to everybody. Asteroid Dembowska equals Bride of Jesus Christ, White Horse Rider. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. As in the days of Noah, great American eclipse, the silver and gold threads, wormwood star, you are the key holder, the Holy Spirit. On with the wind. I am free from all debts. Jesus the Christ, Yeshua of Nazareth, the Lord of hosts, Lion's Gate, Portal, Resurrections. Behold a pale white horse and Melchizedek Bible wheel. I don't make these up. You can see it for yourself. This is Dembowska aligning with the inner sanctuary in the tabernacle of the Father. Okay, let's go next to Apostle. And we're looking at asteroid Apostle on the 17th, aligning with the directional beam of the sextant. And this is another very important sign. Remember, if you've been watching and following along from springtime on, we had multiple alignments with comets and asteroids with this sexton constellation. And this is the constellation of the directional tool. It's a tool that was used by mariners to determine direction, and they could line it up with the stars, and they could do their measurements. And this was a tool to measure direction, and we're seeing a fossil make its alignment with this constellation below the Leo constellation. And it's very powerful to see this sign. Where are you? Where did I put it? Hmm. I hope I pulled it up. I'm sorry, fam, if I missed this one. This may be one that I missed, and I'll just have to add it to. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Sorry. Asteroid Apostle. Before the storm, Father the Messenger, trumpets, the great disappearance, found the bride of me, God, the crucified Messiah, the serpent bearer, son of perdition, Messiah return, dedication to Christ. I accept the atonement, the real bride of Christ, rapturous day, set the great escape, discern catastrophe, believers removed. Chinese dragon has risen. It's a rare birth of time and slave to the matrix. Asteroid Apostle. Another incredibly important sign in the heavens, pointing us to the direction. And so all we have to do is follow our direction. What did we get in the codes? Dedication. So we're looking at another sign. Unmistakable signs in the heavens. Just unmistakable. Okay, now let's go to Wade. We're already pushing an hour, so I'm trying to get these done as fast as possible. But we're looking at asteroid Wade, and this is happening on the 17th also. And let's go to the codes for Wade. This is in alignment with the scarab beetle Cancer. Asteroid Wade equals trouble for Jacob. Planned virus, vaccine mark of the beast, Judgment Day, Decode Book of Revelation, break the chains, Middle East war, atomic weapon, red tsunami, Saturn destroyed, the end of time, Sagittarius, salvation is coming, wedding angels, coronation, white robes, house of Virgo, Palisades fire, and babies' lives matter. Wade in the scarab beetle. Now we're going to Wajos. This is a new one. This is one of my brand new finds. And we're looking at Here we are. We're looking at asteroid black holes aligning with the bridegroom in Sagittarius on the 17th. And it's just about to align with the white horse rider. Let's look at the codes for black holes. And so we're looking at two things on the 17th of alignment with the white horse rider. And then also I found that alignment with the bridegroom, both in Sagittarius, asteroid black holes equals decode. I am the love of your life. Exceeded what be expected. 30 pieces of silver. James the Just, aligned with A.M. Yeshua. Jesus, A.M. Yeshua. Can you feel it now? Way, truth, life. I am immortal being, eternally alive. Decode Messiah Christ. I am the Alpha and Omega, transdimensional, other dimension, sword of truth, February 11th, Schumann resonance, Operation Aurora, Project Janus. I want the truth. Romanism and Zionism are Saturnism. King Rastafari Jesus. I don't make up the codes. I just present them. Asteroid black holes aligning with the bridegroom, and then also the white horse rider right beneath all the wedding guests coming together. Even the moon is in transition. She just made her exit of the father's house, and she's literally walking down the avenue to all of the wedding guests. You can't make it up, family. Look in any of your star programs, and you can just see everything that's happening in the heavens in this constellation. It's beautiful. It's a grand story, and we're literally looking at the gathering of all the inner planets and all of these asteroids. We've got comets that are marking this wedding, and you can't make any of these things up. It's everything coming together in the heavens, presenting to us the great wedding. So next, we're going to Jerusalem. And you can't, again, you just cannot make these signs up. We're looking at the 17th again, and we're looking at asteroid Jerusalem aligning with the marriage hoopah. So this is Michael the archangel wrestling the serpent, but it's also the marriage hoopah. And then between the legs of Ophiuchus is the extension of the hoopah, or the entrance as the planets transition across. We get different messages, but this is the hoopah section, or the marriage chamber, where the second phase of the three-part wedding of the bride and bridegroom in the ancient wedding ceremony. It's not the same as our modern. You have to understand that this is a three-part, and we're looking at Jerusalem aligning with the hoopah, or marriage chamber. So let's dig into these codes. This is asteroid Jerusalem. equals pleasing to Jesus, K. Sleeper is awakened, MK. Your blood is key, volcanic eruption. See, I call angels of power. The earth will shake, the everlasting Father. 777, the great solar flash. Love is the answer. The one I love is called Jesus' second coming, resurrection day. We are all God's children. Delivering truth, K, the holy warrior, Castor and Pollock. California earthquake and rebuild Tower of Babel. Again, this is January 17th. Asteroid Jerusalem makes its alignment with Ophiuchus, the marriage chamber, or what we call the hoopah. Now we're going to Hebe. This is asteroid Hebe now, marking the tail of the sea serpent. Here we are. We see another sea serpent tail sign. Asteroid Hebe. Asteroid Hebe equals the end is here. Vaccination, mark of beast, image of Satan. A COVID vaccine, vaccine search, beast test. Monsanto, a satanic mark. Forehead sign, witchcraft, pagan child sacrifice. I pet goat 2. Wake up, Neo, golden horse, the golden circle, love, Bible code, Noahide laws, and men in black hats. I didn't make it up. There's Hebe, the tail of the sea serpent. Next, again, I don't make these. This is Nemesis. Nemesis aligning with the Ophiuchus constellation. Again, this is the exit of the Hoopa, the entrance of the Golden Gate. Asteroid Nemesis equals Cabal's learning a lesson. Cabal's hands full of blood, K. Eternal number, Chernobyl, alphanumeric coder. Heal the brokenhearted, K God. Queen Esther, the Terminator. Make darkness tremble. The storm, a storm is coming. Archangel Metatron, in the blink of an eye, you are bride of Christ, Holy Trinity, English Gematria code. Jupiter ascending, the secret revealed. It's almost time. Christ's message and the green Saturn. Give me one sec, fam. I gotta take care of my nose. Okay, January 18th, that was asteroid Nemesis aligning with the exit of the Hoopa, and we're right on the edge of the Golden Gate. Next, we're going to Asekome, and this is Asekome. And we're looking at the alignment on the 18th with the Temple of Sacrifice in Capricorn. Here is asteroid Asekame. I'm completing the code. I'm calling dead man to breathe. I am a lighthouse, holy double eight. He is our redeemer, perfect alignment, Christmas star, Mercury 7, September 9th. Follow the rabbit. CERN is the beast, Antichrist beast. Cyber germ warfare, computer AI, SARS-CoV Corolla, crushing snakes, the oil of Christ, and you raise me up. Asteroid Asekame, marking the temple of the sun. This is also the temple of sacrifice. If you're unfamiliar with the Capricorn constellation, from a MAZZAROTH perspective, this is the perfect sign of Yeshua, the sacrifice, and the resurrection. The front section is a goat that has been sacrificed, it's in its death phase. And the end section is a fish that is coming to life. We see two temples or pyramids within this constellation, and the front temple is the temple of the sun. This is an image of Christ as our sacrifice. And we can see just below, we see all of the wedding guests there on the 18th for the MAZZAROTH HANUKKAH, and it's a perfect sign of Messiah and all of the wedding guests that are there to celebrate. Okay, now we're entering into the 19th, and we're going to be looking for asteroid Alexander Kim. So let's look for this alignment. This is okay, so we can see here Alexander Kim is aligning with the peak star on the resurrection temple. This is 119 at the beginning of the day. Let's look for Alexander Kim. That's not it. Here is asteroid Alexander Kim. This equals Saturn destroyed, Christ returning, Jesus loves you, don't stop believing. Return the diamonds. I am the trumpet angel, a gift from the Creator, an arranged marriage by God, the date of the Phoenix, King of New Jerusalem, the warrior goddess. She is divine bride of God. I keep rising up, the time of atonement, Revelation 12. Obama is still crying. And judgment of the wicked, January 19th. And we see Alexander Kim. And we can see how the moon on that day is in transition into the temple of the sun. All of the guests are there surrounding the bridegroom. Okay, now we are going to be looking at Comet Weir shows. And this was very, very powerful to me. If we look at this here, this is a perfect alignment with the foot of the chief. On the 19th, we see this alignment with weird shows and the Indus constellation artwork. It doesn't align with the actual, inner temple or the constellation of Indus. I just noticed that it was right here at the foot of Indus. And I made a post in the community section about this sign on the 19th. This is the 7th day of MAZZAROTH HANUKKAH. And if you didn't have a chance to see that post, I'm going to have to leave you to go look at that because there's some very specific signs. I'm going to probably do a video. Matter of fact, I will do a video of just this sign. And we're going to break down all the signs that are associated with this. This is Comet Weir shows on the 19th, aligning with the foot of the Indus constellation, the chief. So let's look at the codes. This is Comet Weir shows. Equals the world is about to change. The greatest show on Earth. Mercury, Venus, planet Venus. The storm is here. Black plague is next. The divine triangle. The end of the world. Southern border. Spiritual army. Break the matrix code. Wicked matrix hacked to bits. Hollywood burn. Doomsday the evil number. 13th of January. Order of Melchizedek. Code serpent bearer. Saturn was a son. Yahweh Saturn. Michael ready for fire and judgment. You can't make any of these things up. This is a very, very powerful sign. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on what happens next with Comet Weir shows. If you remember, this was our comet that was involved in our wedding sign coming through the constellation of Sagittarius, and now it's marking the foot of the chief, Indus. And so, again, I'm going to come back and do a whole breakdown of this sign by itself. I believe it's important for us to do that. Okay, next we're going to Juno. And this is another very, very, very important sign. I can't emphasize how important this sign is here in the heavens. On 19th again, we're seeing Juno aligned with Scutum, the shield. And if you're not familiar with Juno, Juno is a Roman goddess of marriage. And she was essentially the queen of the gods. And this is a vitally important alignment we're seeing here at the end of the day on the 19th. This is a transition to the final day of MAZZAROTH HANUKKAH, the 8th day on the 20th. We're looking at the marriage, the goddess of marriage aligning with the shield, Scutum. Next, we're going to Itakawa. And we're looking at Itakawa. And it's in the Capricorn. And this is Itakawa. And I want you to look at this transition on the 20th. And we're looking at Itakawa and the moon it's in transition to Aquarius, but it's actually inside of Capricorn. And we're looking at Itakawa and the moon. I'm going to have to go on the hunt for this. Hopefully I didn't miss any of these. I thought I had them all. I may have missed some of these, so forgive me, fam, if I did. So I don't have that one pulled up. I'm going to have to get that one back and put it in the community section. Forgive me for that. And then our last one here is Varlada. And we also have Barlada on the same day, aligning here with the moon in the back section of Capricorn. And I'm not sure if I have, this might just be because I got overloaded and it didn't, I was having a problem even saving. I think I just had too many and it cut these other ones out because I had too many pulled up. Because I don't see Varlotti either, and I believe I pulled it up. So I'll have to post these two. But this is another incredible sign. Again, this is the constellation of Messiah. And this is where everybody is in transition to. And we're looking on the 8th day at Varlada aligning with the moon. So that was our last code for MAZZAROTH Hanukkah. So I want to thank everybody for coming. We're going to get back and we're going to be dropping some more videos, uh, dialing in the Mazzaroth calendar. And I have a couple other decodes that I want to do for you, including that it sign in Indus. So much love, family. Thanks for coming. We'll see you very, very soon.